Hi everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Genshin Impact. Alright, so I believe the last time we were in this game, we did the interlude, so I'm gonna check to see if I can continue on with...
Don't break the law. Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law.
Anyways, as I was saying, so I'm gonna see, I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing at the moment, but we'll find out. I'll just transition to it. But I'm gonna see if I can do the Flower Feather Clans Act 3, as well as doing the Night Clans Act 3. That's my current goal at the moment. So let's see if that's popped up. Ooh, I think I do see someone down there.
Should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out.
Yay! That means I can finish the quest. Yay! Completionist. Hi, Chasca.
Traveler and Paimon. You came.
I have indeed, and so have you as well.
Yep. And it looks like we made it just in time. Although, can't say the same for the Cuckoosaurs. Bit of a low turnout, huh?
Yeah.
You'll see why soon enough.
Ooh. I'm trying to remember. I remember there was something about people losing their wings, getting upset about it. I remember there being suspicious merchant and suspicious bloody feathers. I remember that at least.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
The jetpacks, there it is.
Whoa! We're really flying! I feel light as a feather. I'm flying without a Cuckoosaur.
Light as a feather, eh? Interesting choice of words there.
These phlogiston wings are awesome!
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's jetpack time, Paimon.
Paimon can barely believe her eyes. How did they fly all on their own?
Yeah, so what happened while we were
The
gone?
merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that controls the flow of gaseous phlogiston.
Okay.
That's incredible.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah, if our tribe, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, it would revolutionize our mobility and responsiveness in times of crisis.
Not only that, but also, yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about using balloons to travel around. You can use the jetpacks. And also, you wouldn't even have to use the Cuckoosaurs themselves. But I have a feeling these jetpacks may be powered by some sus materials.
Just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Did I really just fly on my own?
You
without
did?
the help of a Cuckoosaur?
Oh, I have an idea of what that may be powered, but we'll see how this develops.
You'd better believe it. Plus, you just passed a flying trial. Right, Elder Alpa?
Alpa?
Elder Alpa?
Should this really count as a pass? If we did the trial using phlogiston wings?
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically say you have to ride a Cuckoosaur, does it?
Yeah, maybe, but... I mean, even Chasca had to ride a Cuckoosaur in a trial, right? And the whole point of the trial is to test both your flying technique and your ability to work with a Saurian companion.
It is teamwork there.
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to test the ladder anymore.
Chasca, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
Well, it's an unknown quantity. You should use it with caution. It's a good innovation. The sooner it's widely adopted, the better. No, let's err on the side of caution.
Right? That's what I think, too.
I agree that they have strategic value, but I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate candidates by the current testing standards if they're using phlogiston wings.
It is true, since the test is designed with the rider and the cuckoosaurs.
Oh, why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go through with this. And now you're saying it doesn't count?
I don't have any experience using these wings in battle, nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate them into the existing systems in our tribe. Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work.
Yes.
Then we can develop a new trial format with new assessment criteria,
Yep.
tailored to candidates using the phlogiston wings.
Exactly. And in this way, you have the option to use both at that point. You know, some people can use the phlogiston wings, and other people can use the cuckoosaurs.
You all raise valid points. But Chasca, while your proposal sounds perfectly reasonable, it would probably take years to put it into practice.
That is true.
We lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be exactly what we need to strengthen our forces and boost morale in this trying time.
Yes, but you need to know how, how it works, overall.
And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that. I have high hopes for you, Junon.
Huh?
Oh boy.
Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you!
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Elder Alpa.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember, the way you got your wings back was by relying on yourself.
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news! Cuckoosaurs are attacking the merchants again!
Gee, I wonder why.
Again? Okay, everyone, stay put while I...
Huh? Chasca?
Chasca figured something out.
Why did Chasca rush off like that? And then Elder Alpa and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
Yeah. It's not too far away. Now, I wonder if Elder Alpha knows. Well, we'll find out here in a second. Don't attack me from behind, please.
Oh, it's back! It found us again!
Yes, it did.
Run! Get out of here! Curses. She's really riled up this time.
I wonder why.
Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings! Get back here and let's fight!
Stop! All of you!
Here comes the peacemaker.
Chasca! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing!
I'm noticing some scars on the wings there.
What's going on? Why isn't she doing anything?
So it really is you,
Yeah, see, on the inside of the wings there.
sister.
Ah, okay.
Wait, sister? That Cuckoosaur is Chasca's sister?
Yeah, when she was raised by the cuckoosaurs, I imagine. Just the silence.
Koya, wait!
Hoya, huh?
Is Chasca gonna be okay? Should we go check on her?
Let's go and see.
Chasca, are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry.
You're not gonna keep following her?
No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. Once she's shaken you off, you'll never catch up to her.
Oh, okay.
At least, I always used to lose to her at hide-and-seek when we were kids.
When you were kids, eh?
Well, yeah. You know, I was raised by Kukasaurs. Anyway, she and I grew up in the nest together. Her name's Koya, and she's my big sister.
Aw.
We played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Until the day I was sent back to live with the humans. Not all Kukasaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up around each other, but she's not fond of other humans. When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after I left, she became more and more reluctant to interact with humans.
Yeah. And at that moment, she felt like she lost her little sister.
Maybe she thinks that humans stole you away from her.
Yeah, basically.
It's a possibility, but in any case, we still stayed best friends at first.
At first.
I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong, I'd run off into the wild and vent to Koya.
Okay, that's good.
So that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging out with Saurians to your own kind back then.
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. With a new mom and dad, a new tribe, and Koichi, I started getting curious about these humans and made an effort to understand their behavior. The more time I spent with them, the less I spent with Koya. And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. She sought me out and asked if I was willing to leave the tribe and go live in the wilderness with her.
Do you want to have it be like it was when you were kids, huh?
As far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever approached a human settlement on purpose.
So, how did you answer her?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes.
In other words, you turned her down.
No, I was torn. On the one hand, I'd already made up my mind to embrace my new family and accept my human identity. But I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She took my hesitation as an answer.
You were torn.
She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then flew off. We hadn't seen each other since, well, until today.
And considering the fact of what Koya most likely knows about what those merchants have done, and then seeing you standing by said merchants, it probably caused the rift even further.
Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things out with her. But Koya had already asked Mom not to tell me where she'd moved to. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. So I didn't press the issue. And I didn't go looking for her.
But after today's events...
If things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her before anyone else. Even if she doesn't want to see me. For now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe. And see what Mutota and Elder Alba have in mind.
Alright then, gotta head back to... Let's see, where exactly? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna teleport. Let's see, looks like I can see a gathering over there. So let's go ahead and... Oh no, just one person. After tending to the wounded, gathers...
I hear there's been another Kukasaur attack.
Yes.
Ha! I knew it! They're wild animals, and they can't be trusted.
Oh boy.
Hey, show a little respect. The Kukasaurs are our partners.
Maybe in the flying squad, but they don't give a hoot about the rest of us.
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings, do we even need the Kukasaurs anymore?
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to protect our tribe without them?
I didn't mean it like that.
I mean, ultimately, you could still use both at this moment in time.
Huh? Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that your precious flying squad will lose its prestigious position?
You take that back!
Things are changing so quickly.
Yep, and people are starting to clash now.
Chasca, there's a conflict emerging there. Aren't you going to nip it in the bud?
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't solve anything. The real source of conflict here is the phlogiston wings. And what happened with Koya.
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside. After all, clashes between wild kukasaurs and humans are no more common than those between people.
But now that the phlogiston wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over whether our tribe needs the kukasaurs at all.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. Back then, Lord Ochkan's hatred of the Saurians nearly destroyed the peace forged by the Pyro Archon. Chasca, to prevent things from deteriorating further, I'd like to task you with restoring peace to the tribe.
I will.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan, and the Flower Feather clan has no right to ask more of you. But...
Say no more, Daddy-O. I'm in. Chasca's my friend. The Flower Feather tribe are my friends.
looks like I was making a mountain out of a molehill.
And don't forget about Paimon. Just leave this to us.
We got this.
This whole situation has unfolded so quickly that it's put us on a back foot. To tell the truth, it makes me a little suspicious.
You think someone might have orchestrated all this?
Interesting.
It's possible. Leave it with me. I'll look into it.
Okay, I'm still suspicious of you, but we'll see how this continues to develop.
Also, Chasca, could you try to keep a low profile while you're out there digging around? We don't want to give our hand away.
Okay, makes sense.
I'll do my best.
You don't want to let if there's potentially someone who orchestrated all of this, you know, you need to keep your cards to your chest so they don't, you know, be led on that we're onto them.
Okay, so where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attacks. If we can find out what led her to do it, that should give us something to work with.
Okay, but will she even talk to us?
Unlikely. Given how she reacted when I showed up, I don't think she's forgiven me.
Okay. Do we need to go in disguise, maybe, as a Kukusaur?
If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator. Let's go see my mom.
Mom! Oh boy, we get to see Chasca's mom. All the way over there. Give me a second. Alright, we're still on track at the moment. Now, probably it looks like now is the time for me to transform. So now that I'm over here, let's move over here, transform. There we go, and enter here. Oh wow, that really gets you high up. All right, and across we go. Whee! Mom, we're home.
Wow, so this is where you used to live as a child?
Mm-hmm. When I was little, we used to do this thing where I'd jump from the top of this tree, and Koya would fly over from the platform and catch me in midair.
Oh, really? Why does that feel like foreshadowing?
Or sometimes we'd both fly from the treetop together, and then after some aerial maneuvering, she'd throw me up onto that platform.
Yeah.
After we got a bit older, we went to the nearby shores looking for even greater heights.
Adrenaline junkie, I see.
Stop! You're gonna give Paimon a heart
says the one that can fly.
Oh, really? I just thought it made a fun story.
I liked it.
Then I'll share more with you when there's time. Anyway, back to the matter at hand.
Which mom? Aww, ooh, nice pink coloration. Hello.
Hey, Mama Bird, I'm back. My last visit was only a week ago, wasn't it? See? I visit you more than I visit Papa Cusco. I brought a couple of friends with me. These are the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello, Mama Kugusaur.
Traveler, Paimon. This is my mom. Her name is Chimpu. In the
Chimpu,
human tongue, anyway.
Hi, Miss Chimpu.
Hi.
So you understand Saurian language?
No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist. Although only with Mom and Koya, since I spent my formative years with them.
Makes sense, especially you probably got used to reading their body language.
Even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions. Yep. Seems to work about 9 times out of 10, anyway.
Okay, well, that's a pretty good rate.
As for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still manage to communicate. Call it the family bond, I guess.
Aww.
Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I think Koya might be in some trouble. I know she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked them before either. What's behind this sudden change?
Does, Auntie Chimpu know anything?
Auntie Chimpu, I love it.
Doesn't look like it. Koya hasn't visited her in a long time.
Oh no.
Then, could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? I really need to talk to her. If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then the next time there's an incident, I don't know if I'll make it there in time.
What'd she say? What'd she say?
She said she'll take us there.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Mom.
We just
When
got a message from
lives-
Moika. She
Oh.
says to meet her at the speaker's chamber tomorrow. Does that mean your ancient name is ready to be forged? Let's get some good rest today. We need to be at our best for this special moment.
That'll be for another time. Oh boy. I'm gonna be flying far, I see. Gotta get used to this. Luckily, there's a bit of a trail there I can keep my eye on. Oh, looks like... Oh, nope. I thought they gave me a permanent... Ooh. I hope I make it. Thank you. Let me just kind of suck up all that. There we go. Nice, juicy Philistine. It looks like they're going to be down there. Looks like I used up all of it. Hello. Mom and sister are here for a visit.
This is a really remote location. Because she was
That it
trying to
is.
get as far away from humans as possible.
I mean, considering the fact that basically what happened in her past makes sense.
We stay here? Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Traveler, Paimon. Mom says we should stay out of sight for now. She'll talk to Koya first.
Okay, makes sense. Kind of ease her into
Koya
it.
is very hostile toward humans right now. So if we show up unannounced, it might just make things worse.
Yeah. Right. Maybe we should cover Paimon's mouth real quick. Mother? Daughter? Okay, daughter. Yeah.
Any idea what they're saying?
Paimon! Seriously, where's that duct tape?
Sounds like things are more complicated than I imagined.
Of course.
There's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been the victim of a human attack.
Yep. Paimon. Okay. I'm surprised they did not notice.
No.
What's
It's
wrong?
Chime, Koya's child. The attackers kidnapped her.
What?
They came over the sea, under the cover of night, and they took Chime.
What the heck? Who would do such a thing?
Those
I
merchants.
searched day and night, and finally found them.
When she says them. Okay. Well. Let's go kill him.
Oh, yeah! Tafal's contraption is working like a charm. Got her in one.
Hey, there's another one! Wait, is that the one that got away last time?
Okay, let's beat him up, please.
Who cares? Just get them all. T'Pol pays us per catch.
Yep. Poachers. Oh, heck no.
Chasca?
Oh, I'm
How'd
gonna
you
enjoy
get
this.
Quick, stop her!
Don't you even think about running away!
Got him. Sorry, my connection's lagging a little bit.
Don't come any closer, or I'll... Go, Phlogiston Wings! Take me out of here! Ah!
Well, that looks like it's about to explode.
Uh-oh, looks like it malfunctioned.
What a surprise.
Mom and Koya are already injured. And if that thing explodes right next to them...
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back!
It's still going, and it's getting worse.
Guess we need a more permanent solution. All right then.
Throw it away! Phew!
That was too close. I thought I was gonna die.
Oh, that can still be arranged, honey.
Answer us
Paimon?
honestly. Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
I am... No, it was...
You are horrible liars.
Well, she says it was you.
You still want to deny? We have other ways of making you talk. Paimon, get the rusty spoon.
Just tell me, who sent you here?
It was T'Pol. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaurs we can find. And he also said that this Kukasaur has become a thorn in his side, so it needs dealing with urgently.
Uh-huh.
T'Pol? Huh. Sounds familiar. But where from?
Where's he now?
Well, he tends to send his orders in writing. He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to hide his face.
Of course.
And whenever we trade Kukasaurs for Phlogiston Wings, we deal with his henchmen.
So you didn't even make those wings?
All we did was slap some labels on them and transport them over here, to make them look like they're imported.
Have you no shame?
To make it harder to trace their origins.
Why does he want you to catch Kukusaurs?
I don't know, honest!
Well, that's mighty convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun to your head? Would that change your answer?
Ooh, let's try it.
No need. I'm sorry. I'll tell you everything I know.
Uh-huh.
T'Pol doesn't tell us much, but he always stresses that he wants them alive. So that gives us some clues. This is just a best guess, of course, but we suspect that the gaseous phlogiston stored in the trackballs is drawn directly from the Kukasaurs.
There it is.
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey, keep talking.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power the phlogiston wings. The slightest imperfection can have disastrous consequences, as you just witnessed. But the Kukasaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston. So, if you use them as an intermediary, then...
That's enough. So the Kukasaurs you took, where are they now?
T'Pol should have them. But no one knows where he's based, apart from him and his henchmen. We've tried looking for it ourselves, even followed them a few times. But we always end up losing track of them.
Random thought. Maybe they're hiding up in the sky?
I mean, I guess this means he can't go after the ringleader yet.
T'Pol. I'm sure I've heard that name. Maybe it was...
Do you have a record of, with that name?
Chasca, Traveler.
Well.
That voice! It's Alpa!
How did you know to come find us?
Elder Alba? What brings you all the way out here?
Yes, please tell.
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard the sound of an explosion. What's going on?
Okay. Just kind of raise my eyebrow at you a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense the explosion would certainly, especially the sight alone would probably draw some attention. Also, so, here's some news.
I don't believe it.
Oh, better believe
Elder
it.
Alba, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you? I feel like I've seen it written down before. Maybe in a list of candidates for the flying trials?
Yeah.
Huh? So he's a member of your tribe then?
And is there a chance that he maybe have failed said test?
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather clan, I definitely know him.
Well, shall we head back to the tribe and do some investigating? What do you know?
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young man from outside our tribe who came to participate in our flying trials once.
Do you?
You were away on a mission at the time, which is probably why you don't remember him. He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes, but he'd always dreamed of soaring the skies, so he wanted to join our flying squad.
The Children of Echoes? That's rare.
Interesting.
But despite his best efforts, he unfortunately failed to pass the trial and gain the Kukasaur's approval. In the end, he went wingless and returned dejected to the Children of Echoes.
Wingless, huh? Maybe he invented the phlogiston wings to get revenge on the Kukasaurs.
Perhaps. Or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with his regrets over his past flying endeavors.
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukasaurs. I'm gonna take these guys back and expose the truth to the tribe. It's time for this conflict to end.
Easy, Chasca. Remember what I said about keeping a low profile?
I know, especially if we want to take out the ringleader.
The ringleader still hasn't shown himself, and this man's allegation about powering the phlogiston wings with Kukasaurs is only speculation. Bringing these men to the tribe now won't win over any current supporters of the phlogiston wings. In fact, it may even escalate the conflict further. After all, many are mistrustful of the Kukasaurs after recent events.
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to try to capture my sister?
I don't know. I mean, he did tell us to spread negative rumors about the Kukasaurs, and slip some Mora to anyone opposed to them, but...
Okay.
But Koya only attacked humans because they stole her child!
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions are running high. Unless we have irrefutable evidence.
Which means we need to catch T'Pol himself.
Bravo! My thoughts exactly. In the meantime, leave these men with me. I'll escort them back to the tribe.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I'll take the other members of their crew into custody too. They won't get another chance to stir up trouble.
Fair enough. I guess finding T'Pol is going to be the key to resolving this conflict. Let's hope the Children of Echoes have some info on him.
I'm sorry. You know, games have given me trust issues, unfortunately.
Sorry. Whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. I have to fix this situation before it spirals out of control. Mom, sis, rest up and get well soon. I gotta fly.
Let's fly. Or teleport. If you're worried, go ahead and follow her. Don't worry about me. Mom can take care of herself. Got it. Alright, go to the Children of Echoes to gather some intel. Alright. Nice, and then they actually teleported me right where I needed to be, yeah.
So Appa says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes. But how do we track him down? Just ask around until we find him?
Let's start by talking to someone we know. It'll be faster that way. At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is...
Well, we have Kachina and we have Shilonen.
Wakey, wakey, Shilonen!
Yay, Shilonen!
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second. I'll come down.
5 hours later. Man, you just fell right out of the tree there. Seems like you two both love climbing trees.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't usually stop for a nap.
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've come all this way and interrupted my precious nap time.
How
Might I
daring.
inquire as to, why?
How daring you be doing that?
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait. Does the name T'Pol mean anything to you? He's a craftsman, apparently.
Huh. T'Pol. Yeah, that rings a bell. I think that's Puma's child.
Is he in the tribe right now?
Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. Why are you looking for him?
Well, here's the story.
Huh, phlogiston wings. Wow, okay. The kid actually pulled it off. Well, looks like no more rest for me today.
Time to punch some kids, it sounds like.
Pulls it off? You mean he's tried making something like this before?
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the Flower Feather clan.
So right after he went wingless, then. Was this flying machine anything like the gun you made me?
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur? No, he wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely, even if they're not naturally gifted. But he never got very far back then, though. Blew up his workshop a few times and barely made it out alive. I never really kept up with him after that. His parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe after he was born. But they settled in a remote area and don't interact with other people much.
Okay.
Which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. Your best bet is to chat to his direct family. I'll go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop. I won't be long.
Okay. There we go.
I'm back. Allow me to introduce to Paul's mother, Puma.
Hello, Miss Puma.
Hello, we're...
Oh, save the pleasantries. I don't want to spend any longer talking about that boy than I have to.
Harsh.
Huh?
I disowned him long ago. He is no child of mine. All he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the sky. Oh, we tried to talk sense into him, but he was obsessed. And then when he left us, he spouted some nonsense about building a workshop in the sky to avoid the constant criticism of us ground dwellers. He left his notebook behind. Whatever questions you have, you can look for them in there. I am done talking about him. He's no son of mine. He never called me Mom anyhow.
Who? Hey. Sounds kind of a rough there.
Wow, they've really fallen out. Paimon sure wasn't expecting that.
Unfortunately, it happens, though.
Her husband, T'Pol's father, he passed away recently, and T'Pol didn't even bother to show his face at the funeral. If you ask me, that was probably the final straw for Puma.
Yeah, okay.
I'll go keep her company. If there's anything else you need, just come and find me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we got now, right? What's in there?
Right, well, there said something about a workshop in the sky. Let's see. T'Pol started notes. Is this gonna be that really, really high hot air balloon above the Flower Clan's village? Something tells me that may be what it is. Anyway, it's time to do some reading. Log number 97. The experiment was a failure. As expected, the technology of Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City, is not so easily replicated. The floating device bereft of the relic's support fell quickly. Is that a power output issue or a weight issue? It seems that we'll have to rely on components obtained from Cinder City for the time being. Watch out for the dragon! Log number 120. Those blasted British boars. How dare they question my ideals? It's just a few smashed workshops. If we cannot even take such a minuscule risk, how can we ever surpass our predecessors? Whatever. The relic remains within my possession. As long as I continue my research, I will surely make progress. Log number 133. Even Father and Puma refuse to support me now. Put up to it by those Vulgarians in the tribe, I'm sure. But so what? So what if no one is worth support me? I have my own ways. It is time to leave this place. My dream is the entire sky itself. Okay.
Some early designs for the phlogiston wings, and some theorizing about an airborne workshop. Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City. Looks like that's where he got his technological inspiration from.
Which means he would have to have had his workshop station potentially nearby that location.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? But that's such a big project for one person. Do we think he actually pulled it off?
Yeah, about that. The sketch looks a little bit familiar.
Oh, yes. The one from the trial arena that was super high up.
That balloon has been there for a while, and everyone's been wondering how it got up there, but what if that's the wrong question? What if it started off even higher up, above the clouds and out of view, and it only descended to its current height due to some kind of malfunction?
In other words, yeah, that's his workshop.
Part of T'Pol's workshop?
Seems likely. If T'Pol's base had been hiding above the clouds this whole time, that would definitely explain why Isidore couldn't find it.
I totally called it! But how do we get up there? Chasca, can you even fly that high?
Well, we did get really high up when we were in Ochkanatlan, so we could maybe use that as a jumping off point.
By myself? Possibly. But with a passenger, no chance. I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that relic T'Pol mentioned in his notebook.
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. We'll have to find another way.
What about you, Paimon?
Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude. Also, would you really expect Paimon to go up there and take on T'Pol all by herself?
It would be cool to see, or at least hear about.
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can. I'm not the only flying expert in my tribe, you know.
Oh, good point. We should go ask Elder Alpa.
Yay.
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too. Let's head back and see what they suggest.
Hello. Yes.
Chasca, you're finally back. Things are getting really tense in the tribe.
I
Have
heard.
you made any headway with your investigation?
Yes, actually.
Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad and crack down on the phlogiston wings.
Yeah, things are still escalating even though we rounded up the merchants. Maybe there are other parties out there fanning the flames
We found
too.
some promising leads, but there's a major obstacle standing between us and the irrefutable evidence we need.
A relic from the Cinder City? So Och Khan's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
An airborne workshop and a hot air balloon above the trial arena. And that's where you're trying to get to now?
Yep, any ideas how we can get up there? Maybe the geysers?
Neither phlogiston wings nor a Kukusaur can take you that high up. Do you really think that's where T'Pol is hiding?
Oh, yes.
You know what? There might just be a way.
Oh? And what do you got?
Really?
What do you got, Chief?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? When they were all
Yes.
blocked, the gaseous phlogiston was trapped and unable to flow. But now, it's flowing freely. If we were to block them up again...
And you were able to concentrate on one spot, maybe?
You mean all of them except the one at the very top of the arena?
Oh.
To build up the pressure there.
And then you would be shooting up into the sky as high as you can.
Precisely. With all the gaseous phlogiston flowing through one spout, it would create a high-pressure wind current.
And then we just ride it up into the sky!
Yay! And hopefully we don't get knocked down or get eaten along the way.
Yes, it has its risks, but with Chasca's abilities, I think she could manage it.
Alright, looks like we got a plan
It's
then.
an extremely risky approach. But I agree that it's feasible.
And something we can do right now.
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the trial grounds. She can explain how to block the spouts.
Alright.
Chasca, if anyone has a hope of seizing this evidence from the high heavens, it is you.
Alright, you got it, Chief. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Let's see. They definitely made the Act 3 a lot longer compared to the other two acts. Ooh, it's like fireworks down there. Oh gosh, I just imagine what happens if Yoimiya ever gets access to Philistine. Oh, I can only imagine what explosives she can make out of that. Anyways.
Goodness me, that is a very bold idea.
So how can we do it?
Maybe so, but we have to act fast. What's the quickest way for us to block off the spouts?
From a technical perspective, I'd have to advise taking some measurements and carefully planning this out first. But I'm guessing that's not what you want to hear.
Yeah, we don't exactly have much time, actually, before things reach a boiling point.
Then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid phlogiston over there?
Yes, I think?
Our prior inspections revealed that some kind of stable structure has formed inside, making it highly damage resistant. It's not without its weak points, but unless they're all struck at the same time, the structural integrity won't be threatened.
So, what happens if we do strike them all at once?
Kaboom.
It'll collapse.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, you got it. As long as you hit all the weak spots at once from the right angle, the solid phlogiston will fall right on top of the spout and block it up.
You're
Okay.
right about rough and ready. Sounds like my kind of plan.
Alright, so it looks like we have to knock down these pillars to block out the spouts. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this.
Take me up!
Whee! Okay, L2, that's what it was. Okay. I was hitting the wrong button.
Look! There's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout!
Down we go. Alright, got one. Looks like we got 3 we have to take care of.
Open fire!
There we go. And one more. Down and down and down we go. When will he stop? Maybe soon. There we go. Alright. To the top of the... Oh, no! Gosh darn it. Game, really? Okay, let's see here. Up there, okay. Let's try that again. Up and up and up we go. Ugh. Well, this is slightly awkward. Alright, a little awkward what we got here.
It actually worked! But wait, how are Paimon and the Travelers supposed to get up there?
Well, could we transform?
Koya can give you a lift. She's actually been following us this whole time.
Ah, I see her in the background. Hello, Koya.
Wow, Paimon didn't notice at all.
Why didn't she come and join us?
Well, probably because she didn't want to get too close to humans.
Yeah.
Or maybe just me. But right now, we need her power.
I don't think it's... Things are a bit awkward, I guess. And off she goes.
Whoa, you didn't even have to summon her.
Hello.
Yes, up there. That's probably where Chime is. All right, let's go have a little talk with this T'Pol.
With our fists. Alright. Whee! As we go higher and higher. Oh my! This is a fun angle.
Paimon's never flown that fast before. She feels so ready to throw up.
Over the edge, please.
Aha. Just as I thought. It might look like a regular hot air balloon from the outside, but up close, it's clearly been heavily remodeled. And sure enough, it only descended below the cloud line because the custom-built machinery malfunctioned.
You tell what the issue is, then if we can fix it, then it can float right back up then.
I should be able to figure it out with T'Pol's notebook. Thankfully, I know a little DIY from fixing up my guns when they're having issues.
Ah, perfect.
That
This is
should
the same
just
thing.
about do it. Now all it needs is a nice hard kick.
Yeah, you always have to smack something.
Maybe that works on your guns, but, huh? We're really moving!
Paimon, trust the process. Alright, we're high up in the sky now.
Here it is! The workshop in the sky! Oh, you gotta see it to believe it.
I will say, it is pretty cool.
Makes you wonder why T'Pol even bothers with phlogiston wings when he has tech like this.
Well, according to the notebook, the platform beneath us runs on components from the Cinder City. Those can't be mass-produced. Also, I have some doubts about its mobility after seeing how it moved just now. For someone like T'Pol who dreams of flying freely, this definitely doesn't cut it.
Yeah, it seems like it's only up to a certain point, really.
But if he's got that relic, he should be able to make a set of prototype wings for himself, right? Why bother making a whole flying workshop so he can mass-produce them?
Well, if he can come and go freely from this workshop, he probably already built those prototype wings for himself.
But this doesn't add up. If he's already achieved the power of flight, then he must have bigger dreams we don't know about. But what?
Well, it's possible his goal is to have everyone be able to have, you know, the ability to do it.
With any luck, we'll find the answers in his workshop.
All right, time to break in.
Cuckoosaurs! Seems like the merchants were right. T'Pol's using them for his own ends.
I'll bet that mechanism on top of the cage opens the door. Let me give it a try.
Here we go. Gotta be careful. I don't want to fall down.
Why won't it fly away like the others? Is it?
Oh no.
She's still breathing, but barely.
Okay, good.
By the looks of it, T'Pol was using these cages to extract phlogiston from the Cucosaurs. Once a Cucosaur is drained of phlogiston, it becomes too weak to move. We'll have to come back for these ones after dealing with T'Pol.
Oh, there's another notebook here. Adds more to the evidence.
Let me see. Looks like a record of his phlogiston research. Log number 330. With the support of...
I was finally able to launch the airborne workshop.
So he was working with someone else.
Even though it relies on the relic for 80% of its power supply, I've at least taken the first step. Log number 348. Research on the relic is progressing well. I should be able to replicate the technology and scale up production very soon. Has proposed a name for this groundbreaking invention: the phlogiston wings. I think I'm getting close. Soon I will achieve my dreams. Log number 377. Encountered some issues with the new smaller model phlogiston wings. The gaseous phlogiston showed some volatility during the refinement process. Thinks we should proceed at a more cautious pace with the refinement experiments. But after so many past failures, I have to prove that I will succeed this time.
You grew impatient.
Log number 114. Ran an experiment using Cucosaurs to refine gaseous phlogiston. It was a success. Log number 117. I've started recruiting merchants and hunters to capture wild Cucosaurs. Log number 121. Major breakthrough in the efficiency of phlogiston yield.
Huh? So many parts have been crossed out.
Based on the context, it should be someone's name.
Yeah, probably the contact he alluded to in his other notebook. Guess he has a benefactor.
Yeah.
Did anyone else notice how the numbering system in this notebook suddenly changed halfway through?
Yeah, and tomes seem to change a lot too.
We haven't got time for textual analysis, I'm afraid. Grab the notebook and let's press on.
Alright. Keep on moving forward.
Huh. Never seen one of these before. Looks like this was built with the Cinder City components, too.
You're not thinking of giving it a nice hard kick, are you?
Great idea! Let's try it. Alright, looks like we need to make our way over there. Well, hope I have enough.
Let's fly. Whoa! What's that mechanism doing?
It's asking for a nice hard kick where it hurts. Aim for the weak spot.
And we're good. Yeah, big open area. I wonder what's about to happen.
What are they doing here?
It's T'Pol's henchmen. He must have brought them here using the relic in his prototype wings. Watch out!
Pew pew, pew pew.
Open fire!
Alright, where are you sending me? Over there? Okay.
Hey, look here!
Let's hope there's some more useful information inside.
Log number 403. Introduced me to some new comrades who fully support my ideas. I told them that some saurians are blessed with wings, and some people with natural gifts, while the less fortunate among us can only look on longingly as they seize the skies. But I also told them that progress can erase individual differences. Think of the tools humanity has made to fight back against wild beasts. The law we have put in place to even the playing field between the strong and the weak. I promised them that our research will be the new frontier of human progress. With our phlogiston wings, the power of flight will no longer be for a select few to enjoy. Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share.
That does sound nice. But not like this, though.
I only hope that when we finally achieve this goal, we'll be proud of me.
Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share. Yes, what a wonderful world that would be.
It would be.
If only it were possible. We could respond faster. And so many tragedies could be prevented. But DePaul, what about the saurians you're draining dry of phlogiston?
Yeah.
You're not sharing the sky. You're stealing it. Bad move. I won't let you get away with it.
Chasca?
I'm fine. Let's keep moving. I don't think we'll find anything else here.
Yeah, she's right. They're basically stealing it from the Cuckoosaurus. Keep on moving forward. Looks like we have a couple more platforms before we get to the middle one there.
Let's fly.
Okay, good. For a second there, I was a little worried I wasn't gonna make it there. Or more along the lines of that I miscalculated.
Take me up.
Make it! Alright, we barely got it. Alright. Don't see anything else to see at the... Ooh. Hear it. And some more food. Alright, let's see. Something to stab.
Locked on. Locked on.
Pop. Seems to be stuck on something. Maybe we can try something. Ooh, shiny. And the way open. Chasca. Chasca. Game. Interesting. Oh, up we go.
I can't believe he captured so many Cuckoosaurs. But right now, we have to focus on solving this problem at the source.
Yep, time to go punch a lot of people in the faces. Alright, the final confrontation.
Looks like we've reached the center of the workshop.
And still no sign of Koya's baby.
Let's search this area for now. If we still can't find Chime, we'll double back.
Okay. Okay, these seem to be some more recent. What did you find out?
What is it? Did you find Chime?
Not yet, but look! It's another one of T'Pol's notebooks!
Just in case it gives us any clues on Chime's whereabouts.
All right.
All right. It's probably going to be the most recent entries. Which means there'll probably be a name.
Number 428. We decided to restart the experiments on phlogiston refinement, but without telling. This is the final obstacle to the success of the Phlogiston Wings project. We cannot fall at the last hurdle.
Okay then, so it sounds like you did not speak with your benefactor about this.
Log number 436. Earlier today, suggested using cucosaurs as an intermediary to extract refined phlogiston. It's certainly feasible, but anyway, as long as our secret experiment succeeds, I'm sure won't bring it up again. Log number 443. We will conduct the experiment tomorrow. Birthday is coming up, so hopefully we'll have a birthday surprise for her.
Uh-huh.
Log number 444.
Huh? Why is this log empty?
I guess whoever wrote down the log number was prevented from recording the results.
There's more. Keep reading. Did someone take over?
Log number 0.
T'Pol.
We lost many comrades in the accident. Among them are friends, lovers, and children. But we cannot stop now. We will keep their legacy alive and carry their dreams forward. As of today, we are scrapping the artificial refinement method. Instead, we will focus all our efforts on phlogiston extraction from live cucosaurs.
So basically there was an accident.
They are arrogant beasts whose existence in the wild serves no one but themselves. Their true worth lies in their sacrifice for the sake of human progress. To facilitate our operations, we will gradually move the airborne workshop closer to the Flower Feather clan, even as we continue to expand it. All this we do to create a world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. All this we do to make T'Pol's dream a reality.
So it sounds like T'Pol had perished in the accident.
Given the way this is written, not to mention the fact that the numbering has started over from 0, it kind of sounds like this is someone new. Does that mean that T'Pol's already...
Yep, in that case, who could be pursuing this? Who seemed to have a reaction to T'Pol's name in an interesting way? Uh-huh. I think we all know who it's going to be now at this point.
There's also a letter tucked in the end of the notebook. It's from Puma.
T'Pol, I don't know where you are right now, so I don't know how to reach you. My best bet is to send this letter to the Flower Feather clan. Your father is gravely ill. Oh, I know we've had our differences in the past, but he is still your father. Won't you come and visit him? Please. I know you never liked him and cared even less for me. All you ever yearned for is the sky. And your birth mother. But we'll still be waiting here for you if you do come back. This may be the last chance you'll get to see your father.
So Puma's not T'Pol's real mom? Huh. Well, she did say he never called her mom, but I'm gonna assume she was just venting.
We know that T'Pol's father passed away quite recently, and this letter looks recent. By contrast, the writing in this notebook is old and faded. It looks like the real reason T'Pol didn't attend his father's funeral is because he'd long since passed away himself.
Then T'Pol's birth mother, then the benefactor who funded this workshop, then the real ringleader behind all this.
If we ask ourselves why this letter was sent to the Flower Feather clan, why T'Pol always yearned for the sky, and how he got his hands on a relic from the Cinder City, it all points to one answer.
Yep.
That's right. T'Pol was my child. He was born during my days as a wingless wanderer.
There she is. Ain't that right, Elder?
His birth gave me new hope. I wanted to become the kind of mother who spent her days as a valiant rider, soaring the skies. Not an aimless, wingless nobody. But his father wanted to settle down, to give his child a safe, sheltered life in his tribe. We fought about it constantly, until the love we once had for each other was gone. He started a new family, with another traveler who was also looking to return home. And I went back to the Flower Feather clan, alone.
Elder Alba.
Alba?
What a surprise.
I had no idea that despite being raised among the children of echoes, my child still harbored dreams of the skies. Can you imagine, Chasca? The joy and surprise I felt when he showed up at my door, asking to join the flying trials. Or how proud I was when he said he wanted to prove his own worth, rather than relying on my position as elder. And then the anguish that overcame me when he was rejected by the Cucusaurs and became wingless, just as I had after my injury.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face here.
Don't take this the wrong way, Chasca. I'm not here for a fight. I just want to talk. Isn't that your preferred way to resolve things? I trust you've learned of T'Pol's wish on your way here. A world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. If only his dream can be realized, no one will ever have to lose their wings again. Our aerial prowess will be greater than ever before.
So you resent the Cucusaurs because they rejected your son, and because they rejected your son, it ultimately drove him to do his experiments, which ultimately killed himself.
War will never again come at such a great cost. The loss of Koichi is a tragedy that need never be repeated. So tell me, Chasca, do you really wish to see the phlogiston wings forever grounded and gathering dust?
Nothing you've said excuses all the conflict you've caused.
You mean the argument back at the tribe? It was a necessary measure.
Necessary?
Sometimes this is the only way to accelerate the pace of progress.
Progress, that's what you call it.
Is a mother harming her children when she coaxes them into swallowing a bitter pill? Of course not. It is a brief moment of suffering for the greater good, and the child would come to understand this in due course. The phlogiston wings are that bitter pill. We will never progress as a tribe if we cling to the scraps the Cucusaurs offer us. Once the people have embraced the phlogiston wings, they will never look back. Even if they learn how the refined phlogiston is sourced. They will convince themselves that the sacrifice of a few Cucusaurs is a small price to pay for our dominion over the skies. But this I had not anticipated. I barely had the chance to introduce the phlogiston wings to the tribe before you found this place.
Your plan was hardly foolproof.
Yet, it can still be salvaged. Chasca, traveler, you are the hope of humanity. I'm sure you have your doubts about my methods, but know that my love for humanity and for Natlan is genuine. You know me, Chasca. And you know that I've always treated everyone in the Flower Feather clan as my own children, as fellow humans. Surely you can understand my perspective.
You wish.
Alpa, Natlan doesn't belong to humans alone. And truthfully, neither do I. How many times has the Abyss invaded Natlan now? And yet despite how much stronger it is than us, Natlan still stands as a nation of humans and Saurians. Peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days, because social bonds are what hold a civilization together. Weren't you the one that taught me that? And yet you would break the bond we share with our Saurian companions to take more power for ourselves? That's as stupid as hacking your own arm off to use it as a club.
They are wild beasts, driven purely by instinct. How could they possibly understand human social bonds?
Oh my lord. You really think that, then you really don't know Chasca.
How did someone like her ever become a writer?
Maybe her Cuckoosaur's instincts are different from ours, because clearly she had them fooled too.
You overestimate them. They bow to the strong and shun the weak. That's all there is to it. They never gave Tepal a second glance when he was at his lowest, nor me when I returned injured from the Cinder City. It's all about survival of the fittest for them. Plain and simple. They obeyed me once I proved myself stronger than them, but the moment it serves them better, they'll abandon me in a heartbeat.
You're wrong, Alpa. They only reject the wingless because they don't want to fly anyone to their death.
Chasca, I will promise you this. Only the unruliest wild Cuckoosaurs will be used for phlogiston extraction. The ones who have nothing else to offer to humanity.
Really don't get it, do you?
Well, that's too bad. Because I know a few unruly wild Cuckoosaurs who don't think that idea is gonna fly. Namely my mom, my sister, and me. And the others? To us, they're friends, family, even children. So if you want to put any of them in one of your cages, you're gonna have to go through us.
Is that right? I knew you might be difficult to convince. Maybe this will change your mind.
And let me guess. It's the one we were looking for. Yep. Really? Chime.
Alpa!
Yeah, okay, let's punch Alpa in the face multiple times, please.
Careful. Don't make any rash decisions. Unless you want to see her suffer.
Oh no, that's one of the extraction cages!
I told my subordinates to take control of the tribe while I was away. Luckily for them, our strongest warrior and our most powerful ally aren't there to stop it.
Take control? What are you planning to do with Mutota and his supporters?
Merely accelerate their inevitable downfall. They cannot stand in the way of progress forever. It is not the move I wish to make, but I'm afraid you and your friends forced my hand.
Oh, we're forcing your hand to basically start taking people out in the village.
And since you insist on imposing me too, I have no choice but to keep you here until the dust has settled.
So that's what you meant by I just want to talk. You never intended to negotiate. You just wanted to stall us.
No, Chasca. I genuinely hoped I could win you over.
Well, you didn't do a very good job.
You are the strongest warriors we have. Put down your weapons, and I promise you that no harm will come to this young Saurian. I just need you to stay here for the next couple of weeks or so, while my people consolidate their power. Then, I will give her back to you, and you'll be free to leave.
Really think the Pyro Archon is gonna let you get away with a coup?
As long as the majority supports our vision, even the Pyro Archon cannot meddle in our internal affairs.
Your vision is deranged, and the Flower Feather Clan will never support it.
You sure about that? Then wait here and see. Time will tell.
What do we do? Even if the whole tribe fights back, Mutota's in grave danger!
Where do we go from here,
Stop
Chasca?
delaying the inevitable! Drop your weapons and get into the cages, now!
Do you hear yourself?
She's still holding Chime hostage. Is there really no other way?
Well, we can certainly break it open. I'm sorry, Chime. I might have to do something unmotherly. Oh no. Do it, Mom. I don't want to be a burden. What kind of worry would that make me?
Koya?
Oh boy.
Huh? What are you yapping about? Stand down. Drop your weapons now! This instant! Ah! Ah! No! The relic!
Now's our chance.
Take me up!
Alright, time to punch you all in the faces.
Locked on! Open fire! Knock him down. Open fire! Give up, Alpa.
Smash
We're
your
not going to
sword.
lose my-
Which will it be?
Hey, something's up with this relic!
That's all I've got.
I got it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did that hurt? Lasers. And now everything's on
What
fire.
is she doing? She'll bring us all down with her!
But why? We stabilized the relic!
Maybe it got damaged in the fight. If we don't think of something fast, this whole workshop is gonna fall apart.
No.
No. They're directly beneath us. My beloved tribe!
Yeah, you don't have any right to say that at this point. Leave the workshop to me, you deal with the relic. If we don't solve this problem at the source, this whole place will come crashing down.
Okay, it's too powerful. This ain't a toy like last time. I don't think I can just throw it aside.
Oh no.
But we need to get it far away before it explodes. Then the tribe will be safe, and so will this workshop.
Koya, please, no.
Koya, remember when we were kids? Come on, let's take this thing high up into the sky.
Okay.
Don't worry, I know I can get rid of it before it explodes. We're talking some surface wounds at most. All I need is for you to catch me at the end, just like old times.
Ah, foreshadowing from earlier.
I can't hold it back anymore. We have to go. Ah!
Don't be insane!
Like, you're one to talk.
Alpa, what are you?
You're a fool, Chasca! Why would you choose such a risky solution? We cannot entrust the safety of our tribe to this wild Saurian!
I'm the fool. You really think you can stand a better chance than me?
Yeah, she is insane now.
Sure, it may be asking too much for an ex-wingless to escape the blast radius in time, but I can fly it a safe distance away, even if it's the last thing I do. Here, this should be high enough to save the clan. What?
You don't get to die a hero today.
Nope. Not that easily. You got this, Chasca. No. Okay. Oh, that scared me there. That scared me so badly. They're okay. They're okay.
Koya, are you you hurt? Let me take a look at you. What do you mean, I'm fine? Didn't I tell you to catch me on your back? Why did you try to shield me from the blast? Accident? Yeah, right. Seriously, you're as stubborn as ever.
Well, if you both are arguing like that, then it looks like everything's fine.
Chasca, Koya!
And also, let's kick the elder in the face while she's down.
How are things looking here?
All taken care of. All it took was a little DIY. It's
I think
fine.
that's putting it mildly.
It's fine.
I owe you one. Again.
It's fine.
Oh, but be honest. Do you still think Kukasaurs can't form bonds?
Made her eat those words.
Mom, I'll figure out the refinement problem. I'll find a way. You don't need to worry about it. I just need some more time. That's all I ask. Please just trust me. Just this once.
And then the accident happened, and her grief. That still doesn't excuse what she did, though. Aww.
The Flower Feather clan yield to the strong. And it's up to the winners to define what strength means. So it looks like it's my turn to yield.
Koya! Koya!
Oh, come on, you can't do this to us now.
So, you're absolutely sure it's not because of the explosion?
Yes, for the 10,000th time, I'm sure. The blast barely touched her. The reason she fainted was old injuries playing up, compounded by overexertion in recent days.
Oh, okay. And so after everything was done, you know, basically her, you know, she fainted due to the exhaustion.
The moment she finally relaxed, all the built-up stress finally caught up with her. And no wonder. Honestly, she's just like you. Anyway, now you know how we feel when you go off risking life and limb. Your mother and I would both appreciate it if you lived less dangerously.
Not gonna happen.
She wrote to me from the Masters of the Nightwind, just to scold me for not doing enough to keep an eye on you. If she wasn't so busy with work, you can bet she'd come back here and chew us both out in person.
Especially me!
I'll find an opportunity to apologize to her. I promise.
You'd better. No more avoiding us, okay? And don't get me started on all the checkups you've missed.
Oh boy.
Got it. Got it. Huh? Koya? You're awake. I'll go let everyone know.
Yay!
Hey! But we're not done talking! What are we gonna do with her, Even after everything that's happened, she still hasn't figured out how to start the conversation with you. She keeps saying, I don't think Koya has forgiven me yet. But if you ask me, she's the one who's scared to open up and have an honest conversation.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Chasca is, you know, just setting up the walls and everything because she doesn't want to hear. She's afraid what the response will be.
For all her confidence, she's a very sensitive soul underneath. You'd think as a peacemaker, she of all people would know how to reconcile with her family after a falling out. She must have been a handful growing up. Thank you for being there for her. And of course, thank you for keeping her safe when you were up there in the sky.
Koya, Uncle Cusco, we're here!
Hello. What were you talking about just now?
I was just telling her that she's not to go chasing danger with Chasca ever again.
Cusco,
I understand how you must feel. But it's all thanks to Koya and Chasca's efforts that the airborne workshop didn't come crashing down on our heads.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask. They didn't hurt you while we were gone, did they?
Thankfully, when her co-conspirators tried to arrest me, I was out coaching Koya and Junan. The two of them were a huge help. They took care of things while I went around rallying the resistance. So, in the end, Alpa's would-be revolt didn't really get off the ground.
Okay, that's good.
And as it turns out, not all of the wingless want to see our dear Saurian friends replaced with phlogiston-powered gizmos. I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this, by the way. We should have caught on to Alpa's scheme sooner. We could have saved so many Kukasaurs from getting hurt. Most of the airborne workshop has now been dismantled. We've
Okay,
just
that's
left
good.
one small, harmless part intact, and repurposed it as a jail for Alpa and her cronies.
Oh, the irony.
See how they like being locked up in a sky prison.
Yep, how the tables have turned. Time they got a taste of their own medicine.
So, it looks like there's just one less conflict left to resolve. Peacemaker, you're up.
I said I had to wait until things had blown over, didn't I? And now they have. But I still have no idea what to say.
Oh, you got this.
Koya, I just want to say, I'm sorry for how things went down back then.
There's nothing to be sorry about. Human or Saurian, we all grow up and form new bonds with new family and friends. And now I've come to understand why you chose to stay among the humans.
Huh? Does this mean you're not mad at me anymore?
That's right.
There's that family likeness coming through again.
I'm on Zip It.
But that day,
Don't ruin the
when
moment.
we ran into each other.
Alright, I admit, I was angry in that moment. I thought you were their accomplice.
So then, when did you finally make your peace with it?
Just now. Hey, slow down.
Oh, it's Chima and Chimpu. They're here too.
Of course. Mom, are you okay? Mom is fine, love. We're all doing well. Aww. I guess it was when it was my turn to embrace a new family of my own. Aw, slow-mo, jumping in the air. It looks like with that, the Act 3 of Fading Flowers, I did not read that fast enough. Game, stop it! Alright then, so looks like we were able to help out with Chasca there with Act 3, so that takes care of that tribe now. So now there's one more tribe we have to do before we can continue on with the main story. But I think, considering how long this has gone, I think we'll go ahead and we'll save that all for next time then. It certainly went a lot longer than I expected, that's for sure. But yeah, see, this is why I don't trust anyone whatsoever. It always ends up like this. They tried to make you think it wasn't going to be her by her telling you to, oh yeah, you need to make sure you find the ringleader after all. Yeah, it was just part of our plan. Ugh. Well, Elder Alpha has been taken care of, and we're able to help the Kukasaurs. Alright, so with that, things are looking bright though. Alright, I hope you all enjoy, and hope to see you all next time for the next adventure or event that happens. Till then, bye-bye.